Paddy, May the 14th, you're back out for fight number 5, but this time it's an away trip because we're off to Blackpool.
Yeah, I've got an uncle, a few family up in Blackpool, so they're made up. My Uncle Tony, my Auntie Paula, so they still have a few friends and family coming.
I presume you played all over the northwest, so I presume it's not going to be too hard for you to sell tickets.
Well, a few of the Barrow fans, Barrow's just above Blackpool, innit? But I think you've got to loop round to get to it. Obviously, Barrow's a big, massive cul-de-sac. A few of them have messaged me, some Aki fans. Loads of people come to watch me, don't they? Got loads of all my Warrington Ryland teammates who come in. There's about 15 of them. All coming ringside, so I'll still pay me way, don't worry, stay.
Yeah, so because it's a good little show, we've got a lot of good talent on there. Obviously there's yourself on there, but we've got a couple of Blackpool kids on there, only young, TYRONE and Jacob Rowe, and then we've got a very exciting kid from Wigan called Joe HOWARTH on there, and one of your ex-opponents as an amateur, Johnny Boy KIELY.
He's my mate John, we always speak on the island together. He's on it as well, isn't he,
John? Yeah, he's on it as well.
It's a good lad. Well, John's boxing one boxing, isn't he? That thing, John boxed him on his debut.
Who's that?
Fucking Jake Bray.
John, yeah,
John boxed him on his debut. I think they were both debutants, weren't
they? Yeah, they were, yeah. I was at boxing.
Yeah, John pinged him, to be fair.
Well, because we're not mentioning who you're fighting. You're fighting Jake Bray, who is actually on a winning streak. You know, a kid who started his journey on the road, like you said, on our show against Johnny Boy KIELY, and it was a great fight. Really was a good fight. But he's been doing that every fight that he's been involved with has been a great fight, and then his last 2 fights, and the last one being again at Blackpool on one of our shows, he got a victory over the unbeaten
Owen Kirk.
Owen Kirk.
Yeah, just obviously been watching the fights recently, so fair play to him.
What's good about what's his ring name? The Stanford
Chuck Norris. I see Steve put it up on that I was fighting on it, and someone commented that. Funny little nickname. I don't know whether they'll announce it on the night as well or what.
They do. They announced it on the thing. But he's very enjoyable to watch, mate. He really comes and gives it a good fight. I mean, I'm not sure whether he actually won or not. I thought he was very close. He definitely won the last round though. He won the last round big as well. But he's game, and I presume that's good for you, isn't it? Yeah,
more openings when they throw them, isn't it, Steve? So the amount of Josh didn't throw much at all really to the main. So it's harder to nail than people cleaning it. But when they're throwing, you leave yourself open, that's when you're most vulnerable.
But these are what we were saying before, you know, you've come from the amateur background where you were knocking people out for fun and you needed to add to your game, and I think that's what you've been doing over these last few fights. You've been getting the rounds in the bank and getting your boxing skills honed, so when you do get on the big stage and you get that opportunity, you'll be able to stay there.
Yeah, well that's all we've been working on for 2 years to go for there. I always had a bit of natural power in my hands, but it's only take you so far.
I mean, it's amazing how busy you've managed to be, because actually you've been suffering with little injuries all the way through this year. And yet you've still kept going, and it looks like they've healed now. Yeah,
feel good there. Just done a good 8 rounds there. No problems. Feel good. Finally.
Touch wood.
Been 6 months, yeah. But you know, still stay busy. It's our best.
Well, that's what I love about you. You know what I mean? People talk about, don't get any opportunities. Well, you're making opportunities, because this is another one of those opportunities that you jumped at, because I think we had a couple of pullouts, a couple of kids that got injuries. We needed to replace them, and your last fight against Josh Cook was one of those, because you weren't going to fight, and then you were, and then last minute you were added to that card and performed well.
I'd fight every week if I could. Well, I think
it
wouldn't let me.
This is going to be your fifth
fight in about
7 months.
Yeah, 7 months. Yeah.
And then if you get that other one, the
8 fights in 6 months. I mean,
6 fights.
6 fights in 8 months. Sorry, yeah.
That's some going, that, mate.
Yeah. So keep going. As I said before, I just need to stack up these rounds. Keep learning.
How do you keep it all going? Because I've just passed your van there. What is it?
North Liverpool floor. It is hard, Steve, especially with football. Sometimes, obviously, when I'm fighting for titles, the football's it's going to go with it.
Why do you keep calling me Steve?
Sorry, I'm thinking about Steve Woods, aren't you? You're all under the Steve Woods banner. Sorry, Lee. So, sometimes it gets hard, but then, you know, a day off and a chill at home, I can't fucking wait to get out, get back and work, get back in the gym. I only need an afternoon off and I'm replenished.
You must be buzzing in this place, because your little stablemate who you sparred in the last 2 rounds there with, because you just done 8 rounds, didn't you? is Ryan Dickens, and Ryan had a fantastic performance last time out.
Quality operator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big lad, that Seamus.
Yeah, not half. And that was a last minute thing, really, that one.
It was.
I think you only got to. Did you even watch him, right? No, I didn't get to watch him, do you know what I mean? But you know, he's well schooled, he's a solid boy. He's come to Dave, he's been with Dave since he's a kid as well, so he knows how to handle himself, Ryan. He's got a great job.
Well, that's the thing about this gym. I was always saying the jab is the key to everything, and when used correctly, as Ryan and yourself does, it does make fights a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And then obviously Tom Etchinson had a fantastic win.
That was about
6 weeks ago. That was a
good performance.
Really good performance. You were going mental. I was sat next to you.
I can't help it. It's like when Tom fights with two little brothers that don't even know. People just, everyone's in the crowd like, fucking hell, he's going mad there, but I can't help it.
Well, how noisy
I'm invested.
How noisy must you have been last weekend when Beefy fought over in...
Oh yeah, Beefy's another one. I look up to Beef. Do you know what I mean? Sparge, I can do things in there, but you do some of the stuff, he would fucking touch it up, do you know what I mean? So, but he's
brutal, isn't he?
Oh, he's the boy. Love watching him. Do you know what I mean?
You
just
love about him. Just no nonsense, is it? You know,
the commentary was the funniest. Did you hear the commentary, what they were saying?
Bits of it.
Oh, fucking hell. Jake Paul was saying he needs a new guard. I don't know what his guard's all about. Some bird was saying, oh, he's just basic. And then as the rounds went on, and he was wilting money, fucking Vargas.
The first two rounds were competitive, and then after
BB's starting to go for the gears. He's just getting warmed up after 4. And he's smiling at him as he always does, and he's just touching him up, fucking. And then they're going, oh, well, he's not really basic. No, he's very good, do you know what I mean? He's saying the commentary right the way around.
What he is, I think the problem with Liam is he went out with an attitude that he was going to knock him out, and he knew he was going to knock him out. So he was a little bit reckless. He was a little bit reckless. It was a bit like when he fought Fowler. He took shots that he didn't need to take, but he knew deep down this kid was not going to stop him.
As long as it goes, his fundamentals are so good. Do you know what I mean? And he doesn't budge from that. And it's our school, everyone wants to do all this and that. They're glued.
Yeah.
And as the rounds go on, people's
those body
form
shots
and that, they dip. Whereas Beefy stays like that, he's so tough, so well, so he gets to them in the end, doesn't he? How many stoppages has he got after 6? Do you know what I mean? After 6 rounds, they're all back end knockouts, do you know what I mean?
No, I do enjoy him. So now we spoke about May the 14th. You can let slip this the one you've been added to. Is it June the 17th?
June the 17th, yeah. So I think Wasserman are doing a bill at the Echo. Yeah. It's all being announced this week anyway. But who headline and stuff for me to say or who's on it, do you know what I mean? But I just told them I'm fighting at the Echo 17th of June.
But Wasserman now have the Channel 5 deal,
Channel 5,
so
yeah.
Does that mean you might be on Channel 5?
Fingers crossed. All I've said is if I do a load of tickets, I want to at least fucking get a bit of exposure on the TV, do you know what I mean? It'd be pointless fucking at the end get you on the before the bell, don't he?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Obviously, Designer's got a lot of followers,
so
and just him fucking tweeting you and saying you're on the match stream, it gives you that exposure.
And if I'm right, this is going to be your 6th fight and your first 6th rounder.
Well, I've been chasing a 6th rounder for fucking Josh Cook, and this one I wanted 6th rounder, but you know, sometimes it's not meant to be. Is it that one I took it on a week's notice, and then this one Steve just said just do a 4 and then save that for a 6. So I've got it anyway. Start going through them now. The 6s, keep learning, get the rounds in.
Right. Well, listen, I look forward to chatting.
Slightly different tempo, aren't they, Lee?
Yeah, but I mean, I've just watched you there do 8, and it was like a walk in the park for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's the Baltic bomber there you were sparring with. You did the first 6 with him. What a hard man he is.
Yeah, fucking, he takes some stick.
He never stops coming forward,
does he? Fuck.
But I suppose that's good for you though, because you were working. I could see you fought 2 totally different styles with the 2 rounds that where you sparred with your stablemate in Ryan Dickens, and the way you sparred against the Baltic bomber.
Yeah, well, you've got to be able to do it all, haven't you? Stay as you go through. Not that I'd have to do it. In some fights I might maybe have to do it, but sometimes I will maybe have to.
But you're feeling more confident in all that now though? That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, on all my skills, yeah. I'm starting to believe in my skills now more.
So, well, hopefully we're going to find that fight, and hopefully it might be this, whether it's on a week on Saturday or whether it's on the big stage. Where's it going to be? At the MNS?
Echo.
The Echo, yeah, MNS Bank
Arena, I think.
Yeah. Or whether it's there. But hopefully when we get to see everything, I think that's when you're going to really excite a few people, because we know you can fight. As Johnny Boy will tell you, because you two had a fantastic ding-dong in, was that the under 20s?
It was under 10s, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. It was I think it was under 10s it was. But John was like he was then, he's very well schooled. John has hands, elbows tucked. We just went at it for 3 rounds.
Well, he just had a great stoppage last time out, so we're looking forward to him progress. And like I say, we've got some real good young talent on there. Obviously, there's yourself on there, so Blackpool should be a cracking night out, and Blackpool's always good fun, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic! I can't wait to fucking get out the ring.
And you've never, like I say, you've never boxed out of Liverpool before, so you know, and the Winter Gardens, which is a bit of an iconic boxing venue anyway.
Yeah.
So listen, see you on the 14th.
On the record. Thank you, Lee.
Hopefully, I'll be saying 5-0, mate.
Yeah, you will be, don't worry.
Paddy, you take care. Bye.
For all boxing, info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.